And we're back, and this is an awesome week of comics. A lot of Marvel stuff, not much DC stuff. Right on. Not bad. And the stuff from DC is pretty good, that one comic. So I guess without further ado, let's talk about the million indie things that came out.
Lots and lots of good stuff. We have issue 121 of The Walking Dead, which for fans of the TV show, it came back last Sunday, and I thought it was a pretty good episode.
I liked it a lot.
It was very emotional.
Pudding.
There's
There
pudding
was pudding
involved and a lot of Carl and Rick. But this is the All Out War, chapter 7 of 12. So
15-month-old warm pudding, but yeah, there's pudding.
let's not think about that. Rachel Rising 23, which is one of my favorite books. Please, please, please buy it. And Terry Moore is actually doing a contest right now where if you write Kill Me Zoe or Rachel Rising out in public, you can be entered in this contest to have Zoe kill you in the book, which is a pretty cool publicity thing.
Yeah.
I'm not creative enough to enter, though.
I'm not either. I've been seeing
arrested.
some of the pictures of what people have been putting out. It's like signed or like writing on the street with chalk and putting it on T-shirts and taking photographs. It looks pretty cool. From Dark Horse, we have number 14 from Star Wars, and this is still with the Darth Vader storyline, and I believe we have a little bit of Ben Kenobi haunting his thoughts, so that's going to be pretty interesting.
Lando's in the movie. No? The new movie? We're
talking about...
Yeah, sorry. Y'all said Star Wars. It's supposed to be filming in a couple of months.
Started filming Avengers 2 today.
Really?
My goodness.
Right on.
From Image, we have number 4 of Manifest Destiny, which is quickly becoming one of my favorite comics. I love this concept of America being this just land of fantasy and monsters, and we're introduced to Sacagawea, and I'm really excited about it.
Gross stuff in it.
No, it's not that gross. It's a little bit of horror for you fans, but
Yeah,
it's
it took an axe to the head.
well.
That's what happens in a horror comic.
It's a little bit of horror, but it's not like traditional horror in that, dark, scary rooms. It's more like fear of the unknown. You don't know what's going on out there. It's all brand new. Anything you thought about the Lewis and Clark journey, just forget about it and read this book instead.
And there's axes to the head.
There's one axe to one head, and it's
You're
justified.
right. It's not enough to mention it.
Also from Image, we have Fatal number 20, and this starts off a brand new arc. Nelson and Nicholas have been trying to find Jo for who knows how long now. It's been a while. In this issue, they finally catch up with her. And we get a little peek into Jo's life before she kind of came to terms with her weird curse seduction of men thing. And it's pretty sad. So it's a good jumping on point for people who are interested in Fatal. And speaking of, 4th volume of that series came out, and this is the storyline where she's been hanging out with the grunge rock band up in Seattle.
What issue is that?
What issue? This is volume 4.
Which goes to?
19 is the end.
Because it's the issue. 20 is the next issue.
Isn't that so cool?
I love
that
that.
Cool?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't know where it starts. Probably a few issues before that. But
Because issue 19 came out, a month ago? It had
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
issue 19
So
came out
awesome.
last month. This is issue 20, and this will get you through issue 19.
Yeah,
Probably
if you
from,
wanted to catch up by the first 4 trade paperbacks,
Yeah.
and then you caught up for the new issue.
Yeah.
You hear that, DC? You see that? People like
You
that.
can't put out 52 trade
I
paperbacks
know.
in one
No.
week. in
They-
Well,
one
they
you
can't
know
do
what?
that.
Not many of their comics are not worth collecting.
That's
So
true, too.
Now I really want to know where it starts, but
It should say right there. It doesn't say.
15 through 19. So it's a great series. It's really fun. That's kind of a weird word to say. It's a little bit more horrific than Manifest Destiny, but
That is true.
it's still pretty awesome. So I don't know. I love this series. Those are the highlights.
I wonder how many of the thank you. I wonder how many the new 52 okay. Because you think they could do it now because so many have been canceled and started up like halfway
It's still
through.
gonna be like 20 or something. I mean,
I really wish I knew the number of how many have made it this far.
we could look. All you gotta do is which one's got to 28.
Yeah, that's the only way. Yeah.
But we're not going to do that right now.
Well, the only two DC comics that I'm going to talk about, not the only two that are worth talking about, of course, because everyone's comic is somebody's favorite. Didn't mean to say it like that. But anyway, are issue 28. So we have issue 28 of Batgirl, and it's actually the Batgirl storyline. It's not Batman Eternal. It's not Death of the Family. It's not
0 year.
Zero Year. It's
Gothopia.
Gothopia. It's none of that. It's
I mean,
Batgirl.
probably the next issue will be.
right, exactly. So don't get too excited. But oh gosh, Joker's dead, which got high reviews. People are dumb. Batgirl 28. So if you have been waiting, well, wait no longer. And then finally, issue 28 of Nightwing. This poor guy, right? Not that I really know. I haven't really been reading it, but
That doesn't reflect Forever Evil at all yet.
oh, it doesn't.
I
Awesome.
think 30 is going to be the one issue that, the last
Yeah.
issue that's going to actually bring it into Forever Evil.
We are getting closer though to Kyle Higgins' end run and the cancellation of the comic, which is insane. But I don't know.
It depends on how Forever Evil ends, I guess.
Yeah. But,
Will
come
it
on.
end?
Yeah.
Will it end?
Someday.
At this point, it doesn't feel like it. I think they're trying to go to 52 years on that one. But no, I don't know. I don't think they're going to kill Nightwing because they've been advertising, hey, we're going to kill Nightwing a lot. And for me, that's pretty much just a ringer up, then they won't do it. But I don't know. It is DC. They might just kill Nightwing because they're like,
Dan DiDio's wanted to do it since Infinite Crisis.
well,
That's a long time.
It is.
yeah,
And he's a fool.
he is a fool. Because Nightwing's a cool character,
He's the best DC character there is.
according to you. But
And many other people.
don't get me wrong. I do like Nightwing.
Would you rather hang out with Nightwing or Batman?
I'd rather hang
Dick
out with
Grayson
Wonder
as
Woman
Batman.
pre-52.
How about that?
Nah, he's better as Nightwing.
Alright. I don't know. He has those wampum sticks. I don't even know what they're called.
Batons?
Batons, but they have a cool name, don't they?
They do have a cool name.
Oh.
Esquira or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Alright, well, let's talk about
Alright,
Marvel.
Yeah, let's talk about the real comics.
I don't care. No, it's like-
First up, we got some all new X Factor. Gambit's got kitties.
It's just so funny.
Are they mutant kitties at least?
I don't know.
No, they're just happy.
We've been building the team up. Like, some of the people that we know are going to be in X Factor have not shown up yet. We get a new member in this one. You should recognize her. She was on. We know that she's coming, but. So that should be interesting.
I don't think Gambit actually plays. Never mind, he plays the
Yeah,
cast in the
there's
comics.
kids in
Okay,
there, yeah.
alright.
Next up, we've got really what's the most important comic of the day, but I didn't pill it as my pick of the week. But all new X-Men,
Yeah,
one
I'm
number listed
excited
in
about
23. Continuing the trial of Jean Grey, the last page almost blew my mind.
Such
so-
a great cover, too.
If you're reading this, you're going to enjoy it. If you're not, go back and get the last issue and the issue of Guardians of the Galaxy, because you're foolish for not reading it.
Or just wait till April when the trade comes out.
Well, you can do that too.
Yeah.
If that's lame.
Justice to the broccoli people is finally.
You do that, I'm going to find you and I'm going to tell you what happens in it. Next up, we got some Superior Spider-Man. What number is this one? 27?
Almost over.
Yep, the beginning of the last story, the Goblin story. Spoilers, Peter will be back at the end of it, if he's
I'm
not
okay with
already. There's some goblins. So it should be cool. They've been building up to it. Who is Green Goblin? Is it Norman? Is it not Norman? We don't know.
Can't be, right?
He seems way crazy for Norman.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah. I don't know. When's the last time Norman has been around? Dark Avengers?
Yeah, the end of all that stuff.
Okay. Siege or whatever it's called?
Maybe that Osborn miniseries that
Okay.
Kelly Sue wrote. I
Alright.
can't remember if that was before or after that stuff. But yeah, he's been gone for a while. Next up, we got Winter Soldier #1. This is a miniseries that takes place in the 50s, so it should be fun, commie fighting, shield, fun stuff.
It's a description that's never been given to a comic book. Well, no, never mind.
Yeah. They also, Marvel, at least at this store, they double shipped it, or like doubled our order. So instead of the 6 I ordered, we got 12. So it should be pretty available for you.
Mhm. Right on.
If you got interested in the movie, this might be something you pick up, although it's not really his origin or anything. We've already seen that. And then, starting to get sad, as this is the second to last issue of Wolverine and X-Men.
Oh.
Yep. But, then there'll be a new number one after
Yeah,
that,
exactly.
so-
Yeah,
Don't
It
get
shouldn't be
too
too sad.
But it won't be Jason Aaron.
Yeah, it's Jason Aaron's like best friend apparently, but
Yes, right.
so but still, you
I
know,
think this one is mostly about Toad and Husk, which should be interesting.
finally
Who
it's been
doesn't
about
want-
15.
yes.
It's been about 15 issues.
Who doesn't want some Toad and Husk action? And that's all I got.
It's been since the Hellfire Saga since
Yeah.
we last seen them, which I know was only like 4 months ago, but it feels like forever.
Yeah, Paige is all crazy and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's good stuff. Toad has never been better written or represented in a comic book.
That's pretty much true.
All right, let's talk about some picks of the week. Bit weird. There's 2 DC picks of the week.
That's true.
And
Although one of them was written quite a while ago.
Right.
But it came out this week.
But it
But
came out.
I think the
In this
weirdest fact.
that format came out this week.
Format.
Yeah, I think the weirdest fact is that your pick of the week is going to be
That's
DC.
true.
All right, but we'll get to that later.
My pick of the week is Power Girl
Yeah.
Power Trip. And this is JSA 1 through 4 and Power Girl 1 through 12.
JSA Classified.
JSA Classified. I'm sorry. So it's a fantastic collection of Power Girl comics, all drawn by Amanda Connor, written by Jeff Johns, Justin Gray, Jimmy Palmiotti, and Amanda Connor.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
Jeff Johns wrote the GSA Classified, and then Jimmy and Justin wrote the rest of it.
I
pretty
don't know.
hefty. It's a pretty thick trade. It's a little bit on the pricey side, but I mean you're getting a ton.
You're getting
It's getting 17 issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting a ton of comics in it, and there's just
I've got it as 2 trades.
I'm excited.
I'm nervous just on the fact that a trade that big could kind of fall apart.
Well, just
Just
handle it carefully.
There's way thicker trades than that, dude.
And
I wouldn't worry
paperback.
about it at all.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess bone.
but it's just pretty.
Yeah, it's a good run.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
So, if you miss Power Girl of pre-New 52,
Although the current Pariah Girl
she's
is
not-
too different.
Yeah.
She just doesn't
Personality-wise.
do anything. You know, she just doesn't do as much, or she doesn't show up in as many other books. And that's what
What are you talking about? She's got her own book.
I know. But what I'm saying is, like, I wish that Power Girl was like on a team or something. I feel like she could
Well, no GSA team, dude. So where else is she gonna go?
create a GSA team.
You can't. No
You-
GSA
you have to
characters are
cancel
in
a
her
book.
too.
Oh yeah. God. Yeah, in the New 52.
Hmm?
In the New 52.
What about the new 52?
End it. If we end the New 52, we can go back to JSA.
Oh, sure.
And then things will be awesome. Everybody will be happy. Except Dan DiDio. But no, wait, he'll still make a ton of money. Go
what's your
figure.
pick of the week?
My pick of the week is a bit of a two-parter, kind of. Because my pick of the week totally is She-Hulk #1. I think that's a lot of people's pick of the week, as it should be. And I'm excited about this book for 3 reasons. 3 reasons to be excited about a comic
I've
book.
been thinking about it, dude.
I have been. 1, She-Hulk is one of my favorite characters. The Power Girl thing, Power Girl is one of my favorite DC characters. She-Hulk's one of my favorite Marvel characters. And the fact that both of those huge collections, can you grab that? That's my second part of my pick of the week.
I was wondering
wish
why you didn't have it over
Yeah,
yet.
I
I wish
forgot.
you had mentioned that
Yeah.
earlier.
Right before we started filming.
Sorry, but this is also coming out. It's She-Hulk by Dan Slott. Excellent run of She-Hulk. Best approach to the character since John Byrne.
That's just the first part, too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There's going to be a
First half.
second volume.
Yeah.
But this stuff is hilarious. It's Dan Slott really starting to strut himself at Marvel. I think he dabbled with some smaller comics at this point. Maybe he was starting Spider-Man when he was writing this.
No, this was before Spider-Man.
Okay.
This was where no one had heard of Dan Slott until
Yeah.
this.
I think he did like West Coast, maybe even West Coast Avengers was after this.
Great Lakes.
Great Lakes Avengers, sorry. Great Lakes Avengers, yeah.
I think it was about the same time.
So it's early Dan Slott.
Yeah, but it's an awesome approach, great art, and hilarious book. And anyway, that's good. I'm excited about that. And also, these individual trades are really hard to find now, so that's a great deal. But this, Charles Soule is a practicing lawyer. Not many people know that. He is actually practicing law, and I can't wait to see that approach to the character. Javier Polito's art is awesome. If you've read what he'd been doing in Hawkeye, if you read, was it Robin Year One or Batgirl Year One that he did?
It's one or the other. I can never
I
remember.
always
'Cause
mix
it was
them
him
up.
and Marcos Martin, and they look so much
And they're
alike.
similar,
I can't remember.
but the art style is awesome. And yeah, it's just one of my favorite characters. I'm excited that she has her own. Don't get me wrong, I was stoked when she was in FF, but I am so happy to see that she has her own solo book now. And she can definitely carry it. The great thing about She-Hulk is she's not that serious of a superhero. and it's just something that Marvel does so well, is have a light superhero, and they're able to write an entire series on it. I just wish other companies could do that. I'm passionate. I'm excited.
I'm excited for you, dude.
Excellent.
excited too.
Speaking of things that are happy, what's your comic book?
Mine is shockingly a DC book, as we were saying earlier.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever done
Batman
this.
28. I bet I've done. Maybe not a New 52 DC.
Probably a Nightwing
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, maybe Nightwing. I
Yeah.
don't know. But the interesting thing of this is we're stopping 0 Year for a minute, and this is a preview, basically. I mean, it's a whole comic book. It's not just 5 pages or whatever, but it's a preview of Batman Eternal.
Mm-hmm.
So, crazy stuff is going on. I haven't read it yet, but I've flipped through it enough that I know Harper Row is in it. Catwoman is in it. A
Great.
third character.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Spoilers might be in it.
Yeah.
Happy.
And basically, it's setting up the weekly book that's going to come out. I don't know, sometime after year 0,
Right.
or whatever.
Right. I think Greg Capullo just needed a month off, which is
yeah,
fine.
I'm sure.
But I don't care. I don't care. As long as Snyder's still writing most of this, I assume that James Tynion is not the head writer on this, even though sometimes I do feel like DC tricks us with that.
He is one of the writers on Eternal, though.
Right.
And
But once again, it's a weekly book.
Sure.
Snyder couldn't carry that by himself.
oh no. And then also, it's got a preview of the first issue of the new American Vampire second cycle book too. That is just a preview part. It's like 5 or 6 pages. But yeah, this should be interesting. I don't know how I feel about Batman Eternal, but just flipping through this, it looks fun.
It's got me curious. Like I said, it's a $2.99 book that I can pick up. I'll give the first month a try. I think that's fair.
Sure.
And then I might just wait for collections after that, because that's a collection that they have to be able to squeeze out pretty quickly if it's coming out
Who
weekly.
knows?
And then again, it is DC. But no, there is I was telling Brian, maybe it was last week, maybe it was a couple of days ago, I can't get it straight, but I told him that this is the kind of week that makes me so happy that I read comics, because there's just so much good stuff from every company. Well, Batman is good. And Power Girl's coming out.
Oh,
So
and Astro City's in DC, and
There
Coffee
you go.
Hill's pretty good. I mean,
it's just
DC isn't just New 52.
no, and don't get me wrong. Other than I should take it back because I'm excited about the trial of Jean Grey and Wolverine the X-Men. So no, never mind. There's just so much to be excited about, and that's such a good. You don't. I wish I heard more comic fans say I'm very excited about comics right now. Usually they just like be bummers, and this is not a
Well,
bummer.
that's because you read the comments on.
I know, I know.
You come into the store, people are excited.
Exactly. So, Brian, I'm going to wrap it up. First of all, Jarvis is still alive. He's still a real person, right?
Yeah, he never shows up anywhere. It's weird.
He shows up in, like, Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And it is weird. I just wish that they would establish Jarvis as,
He's
you know.
going to be the Vision in the movies.
I know. I know. I was playing with Marvel Unlimited,
Mhm.
and I found that Avengers issue where Jarvis is on the cover. He's got the vacuum cleaner. So
Did you see the X-Men cover that they did, the homage? That it's Mike Allred, but it's Dupe instead of...
Oh, really? That's awesome. That's awesome. Man, comic books. Brian, where can they get their comic books?
If you're in Conway, Arkansas, you come to Conway Comics, 255 Ferris Road, right behind good old UCA.
The good old UCA. Mara, are you excited about this week?
I am.
You excited about She-Hulk breaking tables with her index finger?
Yeah.
I am too.
So
I
excited
can't
for
wait to
She-Hulk.
read it. Of course, I have to go to a night class first. But, guys, once again, pick up your comics, enjoy them, make sure you comment. And from nerdspan.com, I'm Matt Wood.
I'm Mara Wood.
And I'm Brian Keown.
And we will see you next week.